distracted. I was distracted. Right, okay. Bless the Lord. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to say, welcome to the Real Talk Show. My name is Sai, and we have a fantastic guest on for you today, who's going to be talking about hair. She's a hairdresser extraordinaire. Now, what we have here is we have some questions that I'm going to ask her. She was on 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to be asking her about natural hair and also about false hair, because I know that most races now wear real hair and false hair as additions to their own hair. We know that there's pop stars and actresses. They hardly ever just wear their own natural hair. We have royalty also who hardly ever wear their natural hair. So these big bouffant hairstyles, which before they used to be comb backed. But I'm diversing. I just want to get straight into the prayer requests. Now, the prayer requests that I have here. Yes, for this week, it's just a Rachel and a Mrs. Smith. Mrs. Smith is in hospital in America, and Rachel, who's got the lump in her breast. If you can continue to pray for her, please. Continual prayer. Also, we've got a praise report. One of the sisters in the Woman to Woman prayer group. Her sister has just received the Lord into her life this week, which is absolutely fantastic. She's been praying for her for a long time, so we give God thanks and praise for all that He's doing, because that is a great praise reward. When we think about it, at the end of the day, between today and eternity, the biggest thing that you can have is that someone receives eternal life in Jesus Christ. And some people call him Yeshua. So we give God thanks and praise for that. It's a great praise report, and I know she's been praying for her. Sister Shannon has been praying for her for many years, and it's been a fruitful prayer, because it's now come to pass. So we give God thanks. Oh, let's just give another. Praise God. Oh Lord, praise the Lord. And continual prayer, please, for Brother Clive McCooty, who suffered from sepsis and nearly 2 years ago, who is, on the mend, but is a slow process. But he's giving God thanks as well. He was praising God for all that he's doing too. And also pray for Brother Clive's grandson, who he has now become a father to, because his own son died. Now, let's see what we have here. Also to Pastor Windsor Queensborough, who's not very well. He's the pastor of Zion Tabernacle in Wolverhampton. Great man of God, known him for a very long time. And he's always been absolutely fantastic to me. And to others, great mentor. And Elder Derek, who wasn't very well as well. But see, he's getting better. Praise the Lord. Now, I don't want to take up too much time. Mother McCalla and her 4 sons. Remember, Mother McCalla lost her husband, her oldest son, and her 1 daughter. And they're all gone, in the space of no time at all. So please keep her in prayer, and her 4 sons in prayer. And we give God thanks and praise report for Sister, oh gosh, what's going on here? Sister Joan Hall and her biological sister, Sister Patricia, who weren't very well. Sister Joan had an operation, but we give God thanks for that, because they are getting better. So, all praises to God, especially in this crazy pandemic time that we're in right now. We have to just give God thanks. We have to give God thanks, despite, and in spite. And praise report from me. Praise report from me. I give God thanks and praise because I've been cooped up in this house for nigh on 7.25 years, and it's only in the last year that I had help to get out for my birthday, and I went to the park to see the ducks. And this year I had help to go out to a restaurant, to have a meal. So please pray for me that by next year, and I don't usually ask for prayer from people, but I want to be out by my birthday next year, which is November the 23rd, that I will be out and I will not have to be relying on people, as an aid. No walking stick, no crutches, no walkers. I had to revert back to walker the other day because it wasn't having a good time. But I don't want to have no aids to help me to walk. I want to be able to walk by myself. Now this will be defying the doctors. This will be defying the doctors who said I've got widespread chronic pain, fibromyalgia, a high blood pressure, diabetes. The diabetes jumped on me after I reached a certain weight, because I was quite slim, and after I had the accidents, my weight's just zoomed up, and I put on about 10 stones. That's the human person, But I believe that the Lord will help me to lose it, because I've seen friends of mine in the music industry who have recently lost. Well, one just talked to me the other day. He said he lost 10 stone. That was Patrick White. And if you see him, he just looks like a completely different person. If I didn't know Patrick White, I would have walked past him in the street if I could walk. But anyway, I give God thanks and praise also that I was able to go out last week and to a concert, and yes, I was late. Late buds. I have to do something about that. Whether I'm sick or whether I'm well. I give God thanks that I was able to get out with help, and that I didn't fall over. I didn't feel well. And I had to push myself, and sometimes you just have to. But I'm hoping and praying that next year things will go the way I'm planning, and I'll be able to get out and be back in the studio recording and doing all the lovely stuff that I was doing before I had the accidents. So I'm asking you that, to pray for me. This is the first time I've asked, but there's a lot of things that need to be done. Yeah, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of this house. So enough about me. I am going to welcome into the studio. Putting down my questions. I want to welcome into the studio a lovely, beautiful woman who I've known for many a year, and she is a hairdresser extraordinaire. So please welcome into the studio the beautiful Angela, delectable Reid.
Hi.
Wow, so you're sporting one of your shortcuts today. Can you bring it forward
Sure.
so we can see it?
Oh gosh, I can't. This camera's messing me about. But yeah,
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
thank you.
Lovely. How are you then, Angela?
I'm fine. I'm good. God is good.
Good,
I'm
good,
good. I'm good.
good, good, good. All right then. So let's try and I know we went off on a trail. Oh, who is this? Now I have my optician did come, and I have had my eyes tested, and they said it would be 2 weeks, so that should be next week. And I don't know what I've done with my glasses, so I'm going
Okay.
to open my eyes wide, because I find that when I get more light in my eyes,
Yeah.
I can see better. Now, there's a word there. That's a message in itself, isn't it?
Oh
Light
dear,
in the
don't
eyes,
go
you can
there.
see better. Bless the Lord.
Debbie
Oh, that
Godfrey.
looks like Debbie Godfrey.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello,
Hello,
Sai.
Sai. How's you?
Oh, thank you very much. You know what? I'm just going to give God praise. I'm going to give God praise. I haven't been too fantastic, but I give God praise anyway. Because you give God praise whether you're well or whether you're sick, whether you're happy or whether you're sad, whether you're rich, whether
Mm-hmm.
you're poor. In all
Yeah,
situations, we give God thanks. All right,
that's
then,
right.
Sister Angela, can you read that for me? That next one.
Is it Reiki? Reke? Can't,
Okay.
can't pronounce it. Said I'm sorry. It says God bless family, King Jesus all day.
King Jesus all day. Yes, King
Yeah.
Jesus all day. You know what? He is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, the conquering lion of the
Mm.
tribe of Judah, the bright and morning star, the lily of the valley, the rose of Sharon. Isn't he? Oh, the bestest of the best, the highest of the higher. Oh, glory to God. You want to get me started? Oh, what's the song go? You want to be starting something? You want to be starting?
Got to be
You want to get me starting something right here?
Yeah. Anyway.
Bless the
Anyway.
Lord. Yes, anyway, my dear. So these questions here. Now I know we got up to wearing protective stylings,
Mm-hmm.
and we talked about being vegetarian and also people on medication, how it can affect hair.
Yeah.
Now I wanted to just touch upon that. You talked about the different phases of the hair
Hair
resting,
growth cycle.
yeah, hair growth cycle. Just touch upon that again for us, please.
Oh gosh, if I know, I would quickly you pull it up. We have there's stages, and it's called anagen, catagen, intelligent. And anagen is like the growing stage, and that's when your hair grows. That can take up to
Right.
7 years, 7 to 10 years for this hair to grow.
Yeah.
And then you have catagen, anagen, catagen, intelligent, catagen stage, where it's like a
Mm.
resting period,
Oh
where
yeah.
as that stage is coming out, it's going up the hair shaft. And then during that stage, because there's some say you have two like telogens, I'm going to be technical now, but then there's a stage where as the old hair is going out, the new one is growing up, and so that begins to push the old hair out, and then the new hair goes up. And what I was saying last time is that stage between the catagen and telogen stage, that can be a long period. So the resting period can be a long time. And so it'll take a while before our hair starts to the new growth starts to come through. But obviously there
Right.
are situations where that won't happen. If the follicle is dead, there's no blood supply to it, then there will be no hair growth. I often
That's
tell
what I
people,
wanted to ask you about as
mm,
well, because
mhm,
I know there's another hairdresser who has a machine. I don't know if you have this machine that
no,
can blow the hair, the scalp up, magnify it,
yeah,
and they can see where hair is the bald patches. They can put on this little
hmm,
monitor thing, a bit like the
yeah,
ones that you put on your belly when you're
yeah,
pregnant, and it magnifies the scalp to see whether hair can grow back, because sometimes the
hmm,
hair is just underneath this skin of the scalp, and you need to
hmm.
do like scrubs or something. I don't know, I'm not really sure, but
There
you
are
can
there are
tell.
different techniques. One of the major ones, one of the ones that I say, if you stimulate the hair, if you massage your scalp, even when you're at home, just sit down, you can massage your scalp. That can help stimulate blood cell and blood movements, for want of a better word, and that can help. You can encourage hair growth.
Oh,
Um, yeah, I've always said to clients that if the where the area is smooth, then it's less likely that hair will grow back. But if it's not smooth and you can feel little shoots coming through, then there's a chance that you will have your hair will grow back. And so it's good to massage them. There's different oils that you can use, like tea tree, aloe vera, some essential oils, but because they have property in them. I forgot what to do to get my notes on that, but some of them have antibacterial, antifungal, and sometimes it can be some of those things that stop hair growth. So that those
hold on,
oils,
hold on. Antifungal. What?
yeah,
Antifungal on the hair.
yeah, because sometimes some of the things we have bacteria on our hair. So some situations, like for instance, dandruff. Dandruff is it's a fungal kind of thing. So too much of that, and it
Never.
can,
What?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. a little segue here. What we call dandruff is not true dandruff. Our flaky scalp is not true. What we call it dandruff, but if we were to see a picture of true dandruff is thicker, and it's like a layer of dead cells all on your scalp. And because of that, because it's a bacterial thing, it can stop hair growth. And so yes, when the hairdresser saying about scrubs, yes, scrubs are good because it cleanses the scalp. It gets rid of the dead cells off the skin, and to allow your scalp to breathe and hair growth to happen.
Oh, right, okay. So having scrubs, how often do you need to have the scrubs then?
For me personally, I would suggest probably once a month, because it's still a harsh treatment, because there must be some sort of abrasion stuff and product used to scrub your scalp. And I have seen some people who use like a scraper, so like an ice scraper type of thing on the scalp.
What?
I say ice scraper, it's not an ice scraper, but it looks like that. It's like a little blade thing that they use, and you can see them scraping the dead cells off the scalp, and they use that, and then they cleanse the scalp, and that's fine, as long as you don't cause any cuts or bruises to the scalp, then you should be fine.
Oh, right, okay. So if it's a scraper, wouldn't it kind of scrape the hair shaft?
I think the way that when I've seen them use it, it's like gentle movement, so it's like just finely doing, so it won't hinder they're only trying for the scalp, so it won't touch the hair shaft per se.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right then. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. Right, let me get back to my other questions. iPad just locked up on me. Mm-hmm. Right. Oh gosh. So oh gosh, why has this gone out here? Right, microplaits. That's a protective styling, would you say? Mm-hmm. Or would you say it's too antagonistic on the hair?
Again, it all depends on how you do it. Microplaits are good. Depends on how much, because the weight of it can cause tension, and you can get, and then we go back to alopecia, you can get traction alopecia. It also depends on how tight it's been put in, and you got to think of, it's a lot of plaits on the weight of your head. It can be a lot, even down to those styles where you can see them, the plaits are sweeping the floor. There has to be some kind of weight pulling back. So it's not, me personally, it's not, I don't think those styles are good on the hair, especially if it's weighty, obviously your neck and your head. But around your hairline and things like that, they can pull on your hairline and your scalp and cause traction alopecia.
Right. Okay, so oh goodness, so this styling that we've been using for so many years, putting these plaits in our hair, and the wigs and the weaves, and pulling and tugging and these things, they've not been as protected as because they've saved in one way, but they've destroyed in another way then.
What it is, it's to be honest with you, there's nothing wrong with them. Plaits, braids, weaves, there's nothing wrong with them. The issue is the installation, how it's done. If it's too tight, and as I said to you before, if you come out with a facelift, that's not right. Nothing, you're your weave should not be so tight that there's tension on there. Like how we said about with Naomi Campbell, she must have had hers done so tight that as she's gone over the years, it's just come out of her scalp. So it's just the installation. There's nothing wrong with having weaves or braids or plaits, whatever. It's just the installation and how tight it's put in the hair.
Oh.
And that's it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right, let's talk about product, because I heard just talking about product, and I thought, what on earth is product? What is product?
Product is what you put on your hair. So hair oil, hair grease, gel, jam, shampoo, conditioner, anything is called product.
Oh, right, okay. Mm. So anything that's put on the hair, okay. Mm-hmm. Now I know you don't particularly recommend any hair care product,
yeah,
right? But products that you put on an adult's hair, would
Mm.
you use on a child's hair?
Depends on the age of the child, and so it depends on the child's hair. When I sorry, personally, when I was working at Juliet's, and me personally, so I'm saying me so that nobody can, shoot me down. When parents used to come and want products for their children, and I said, "What's their hair?" I asked them what their hair type, and I said, "No, you can't use the products for the children no more. You need to transfer because you need something a bit more heavier on the hair just to help, their hair texture, and it helps sit on the hair better." So yes, you can in some cases use products for adults on children's hair. It all depends on the hair type. And again, if they've got like nice curly hair, then you just want something lightweight. You don't want a heavy product, so you can stick with a child's product. Even to be honest with you, some adults, when I was working at Juliet's, I'd recommend some of the children's products for their hair because they didn't need anything weighty to weigh their hair down.
So it's want a better word, the kink in someone's hair. If you've got tight kinks and it's a mass, very dense, would you say that then you would use a heavier product? And someone who's got more finer hair and more European looking, you'd use a lighter product. Is that right?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Because again, when you say, and I like the way you say kinky, the kink in someone's hair. If your hair is tighter, again, let me say me personally, I tend to use a heavier, but not. It's really weird to say not so heavy. There are in betweens, but because I believe that the tighter curl needs moisture more than the hair that's more European. So that's where we're lacking in the moisture in our hair. So for me personally, I prefer products that are moisturizing for the hair, and I put those products on hair that are tightly coiled.
Right. Now, I know when I was younger, I could never get to grips with my hair because my hair was so tight. I'm dragging the comb through my hair all the time. What's happening here?
Oh, you put up a picture.
Right, so,
a picture of a client.
Mr. Producer has decided to put up something before we've even asked what is it like. All right then, Angela, do you want to just take us through what we're seeing here? Is that got a play button on there? If you'd like to press play, then Mr. Producer, let's see.
I don't know if he's going to be able to play because I sent it to you, so I don't know. But this is one of my clients, Petra, and she has her hair platinum blonde, dyed blonde, and she's not well. When I say natural, she doesn't have a relaxer or anything like that, or a curly perm on her hair, so her hair is naturally curly, but she has her hair dyed blonde. There, so you can see.
Okay, one moment, Angela. Mr. Producer, can you take? Oh, it's moving now. Yeah, we can see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, take Angela and me out of the picture, and so we can see this lady's video a bit more. Yeah, and then press play so we can see that. It quite suits her, actually. Okay, you can remove that for me. Thank you, Mr. Producer. So, starting from scratch, say on a jet black hair.
Yeah.
How many stages of dyeing or whatever would you
to get
what's
to
the stages from to get to that platinum blonde kind of look?
Petra's. Again, it depends on the base. If you've been coloring your hair, it's going to take ages. So if you've been putting like on a dark color to get rid of your grays and things like that, it will take a series of sessions before you can get it to where Petra's is. That I wouldn't recommend because obviously on Afro hair, it can damage it and it can weaken it. So you have nothing left. If your hair is natural, you can do it in probably one session.
Is it?
Yeah, okay. I've done it. I didn't send that picture. I should have sent it. I've done it in one session.
Okay, right. I thought that you had to bleach it, and then add the colour, and then when you bleached it, you couldn't add the colour straight. What do I know? What do I know? Well, who
That's
have we got
pure
here
bleach.
now?
That's not a color. What she's got, Petra's got, it's pure bleach. It's not a color.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's not a
just
color.
bleached out, took all the colour out of her hair.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Just read that shout out
Okay.
for me, please.
It's the same person, Reiki. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. She says, "Amen. Why am I here? I am getting bored." And LOS and GDIFO. I'm not up with those terms. I'm afraid. Sorry, but she's made a joke about why am
I
I
didn't
here?
quite hear what did she say? I didn't quite hear it. Let me just keep quiet so you can read that out again.
Okay, she says, "Amen. Why am I here? I am getting bored," and put LOLS. And then she's put GD and IFO.
I don't know that lingo at the end, but she's getting
Info.
bold.
Oh,
Okay,
oh, good info. Oh, thank you. Okay.
What she say?
She says info. So understand the
You're gonna
text
have
now.
to give
She's
us all
saying
the
good
information
info.
because I can't.
Now she knows why she's saying she's sitting here balls. So good info. It's a good thing, Si.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Oh right. And
Next time
yeah, because we want it to be
you
a
must
good
have a
thing.
spare pair next year, yeah?
Well, you don't even know if there's going to be another lockdown. People are saying that there is. Oh, that says I
It's gone. It
could see
was
that said laugh out loud.
TV. Yeah.
Right. The people said that there's going to be another lockdown, and so I really wanted to put this on because it was a big shock to people when they couldn't go to the hairdressers. Suppose you booked and you were supposed to be going to a wedding the following week, or you needed to relax your hair after 6 weeks of waiting, and your roots are really rough because you've got the really, really tight, dense, kinky hair.
You keep saying that,
and then you've got the relaxed side.
the technical term for it is 4C type hair, okay? Because there'll be a lot of people out there shutting you down now, saying, why are you not addressing it as it is? It's 4C type hair, okay? There you go.
How am I supposed to know 4C type hair for crying out loud? I just know that I got tight curls,
Yeah, you've got 4C type hair.
but you could tell the difference. Oh, right, okay. All right then. So when the lockdown happened and people couldn't get to the hairdressers, I knew and I heard of people's hair falling out off because they couldn't relax it. And remember, people couldn't go out and do certain shops weren't open. The hairdressers shops, we got them in Birmingham. I'm not going to advertise them, but certain shops, hair shops in Birmingham, they weren't allowed to be open because I'm sure it was only food shops that were allowed at the time, and so you couldn't get black people's hair products. You could probably get white people's hair products in the big four supermarkets. So a lot of women and men, because men go to the barbers all the time, and the barbers weren't open. So they did look kind of rough, unless they knew how to trim up themselves. Then well, they didn't look like they were going to weddings. Let's say that, shall we? They didn't look like that. I'll tell you that now. So they had to learn to do the little boys' hair with the trimmers and stuff, bottom patches and all kind of thing going on there. Then we may be going into another lockdown next year. I think people have a better idea, a better understanding of how to look out after their hair. And if they've got any sense at all, buy multiple, of what you usually have. I have a stash in there. So mine is going to last me for a good year. If anything happens to me, I'm sorted. My parents say, you could open a shop. I've got everything in here, so but I think people should buy more than one product, if of the hair shampoo or whatever. Buy 3 or 4. Why not? Stock up so that you don't get caught short. Now,
Definitely.
what is the most essential? What is the most essential item? Say, if you was on a desert island for your hair, what's the most essential item you would have, Angela Reid, for your hair?
For me, as my hair is now, my essential item would be cream of nature cream. It's like a curl cream in a jar. That's me, and I'm good to go. That's
curl cream in a jar. So what does it do?
Sorry, not in a jar,
curl
but
cream,
a bottle.
Take us through.
It's in the bottle. It's like it's just like a cream, like say a moisturizing cream for curls, and so that's what I use. Out of all the products that I've tried on my hair for curls and I've not been happy with, this is the only one that I find that I like. So for me, I just put it in once every couple of days, if that, and my hair is nice and soft and manageable. I don't do anything else to my hair.
Once every couple of days, and it keeps it nice and soft and moisturized. You see, my difficulty is keeping moisture in my hair. I can put the moisture in my hair in the morning, and not even by the next day, by the night, the moisture's gone. And I don't know what to do about it, to be honest.
Do you sleep in like a bonnet or a satin scarf?
Yeah. I've got the multitude of bonnets and the multitude of scarves.
And do you put moisturizer on your hair at night?
Not every night, because it just moisturizes the bonnet.
No, it's not. You see, that's the thing. The bonnet, the reason why we say satin or silk scarves or bonnets is because what happens is when you sleep, your body heat and everything like that opens up the cuticles on your hair and it allows the product that you put on your hair to get into your hair and moisturize your hair. And that's why we say, if remember, like back in the day, we used to sleep in our stocking caps. How did those stocking caps feel at the end of the day? Or clog up and greasy because all the product that should have been on our hair ends up in the stocking cap. So that's why we say silk or satin that you should sleep in, and it helps to keep the product on your hair and help keep some moisturizing. And I said, generally at night, because your body heat helps to produce that perfect environment where the cuticles are open and you can apply, and everything can seep in. I think maybe for you, it might be because of medication, your hair has changed. And so it's just sucking up the your product, whatever moisturizing product you've put on. And it's like, it's just sucking it. It's just like thirsty hair. That's what people call it, thirsty hair. And you need, so you probably have to walk around all day in your bonnet to see if it will help keep it moisturized. And then there's ways like having a steam treatment, conditioning treatment, like a steam, because the steam helps open up your cuticles.
How do you have a steam treatment at home? Like going to the hair?
What do you use? Sorry, you're frozen, babe. Oh dear, it's not a flattering picture. Sigh. Oh dear. Hello. Sigh. Only me. Sigh. Can you hear me? Sai, are you there? Are you there, Sai?
She seems to have gone offline. Can you tell us about the products and the photos we're showing?
This client here, this is when I first met my client. The one with the dark hair, the black, sorry. It's when I gave her a texture management system. And that's a system where it's not a permanent straightener. It's not a relaxer or anything like that. It just helps you to be able to manage your hair better for some people. So it's a one that can be washed out. It's not anything that's permanent. The one on the other side with her brown hair, this is actually a relaxer. She decided that she wanted a relaxer. So knowing my client, because she comes for regular conditioning treatments, I knew that her hair was in perfect condition. A lot of people say that you can't relax and color, or you shouldn't do that because you will break your hair. But if you know your clients and you know what they're like, then you can go ahead with it. So my client here, that's her hair now. This is after a year of knowing my client. She now has, there's a highlights in her hair with a high lift blonde, and that's the length of her hair now after a good hair care journey. Hi, we're back now, Si.
Yeah, I am back.
Hi.
Did you show the rest of the picture?
Oh, you frozen.
Never mind.
That was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Am I frozen?
You were a while ago, but
See
you've
me?
gone now. You're moving now. You're frozen now. It has to be on my near side. Okay, this one here.
Right.
This one here, it would be nice if you could. So there's a client, her picture is going to come up and she's got red hair. Now, when I first met this client, she had red hair and I put a couple of tracks in for her. Yeah, no, not that one. This client here, I actually stripped out her hair. Her hair was purple and she wanted to go back to her natural color. So I stripped it out so that I can
Hold on.
get
Has she got a bald patch down the middle there?
No, it's not a bald patch. It's not
that bald patch she's got on the top of her head.
No, it's not a bald patch. It's just because her hair is wet,
Okay.
and it's just fallen like that. So it's not a bald patch. So her hair, I stripped her hair, got rid of the purple out of her hair to create the perfect base to apply the brown. So there should be a picture where she's, you can see the back of her. She's got an off the shoulder jumper, and that's my client with her hair back to her normal. This picture here, and she's back to her natural color. So that was that client.
What? So that Albany looking orange hair is now this.
Yes, that client.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, to that. Yeah.
I would never have guessed. Wow. It's beautiful hair though. Nice trim.
Yeah.
Okay. You got any more?
I think there might be a couple more. Oh, it's my daughter. She'll probably shoot me for this. But this is what they call like an invisible pony. So I just slicked back her hair.
Pony. Okay.
Yeah, I slicked back her hair, and then you can, with some people, depending on the length of the hair, you can actually add a piece of extension hair, and you put it into a plait. And then what you do, you get the weave or whatever you want to use, and you start from the bottom and you glue it and you wind it around the hair. Well, this hair could be like a 10-inch pack of hair, but by the time you finish with it, it looks like it's 18 inches, because that's how you call it an invisible pony.
Wow. Gosh, things have really progressed. and sure looks beautiful as well.
This one.
Okay, so what do we have here? This looks like Albany hair. Now, is this a looking black woman, or is this a Caucasian woman?
Caucasian. This is my client. This client here, when she came to me, she was blonde, and she said she didn't like it. She wanted to get rid of it, and she wanted to go back to her work being copper. And so, because I didn't have to, like, what happens is when you lift hair, when you lift to a blonde, if you're going to go darker, you tend to have to put like a copper base on and then put a color on top. But because this is what she wanted to do, want to go copper, I didn't have to pre-pig her hair. I just put the copper straight on, and that's the result. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. It's very beautiful, very shiny. Yeah.
He's got lovely
Yes,
hair.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
you
Yeah, I can hear
hear
you.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Now, this client, I had to post
Okay,
her.
good.
Yeah, this client here, I posted her picture. Her hair is perfect. She has a relaxer on her hair, and this is in such good condition. I posted it and I said,
That's
"This
her
is
real hair.
That's her hair. That's a relaxer, yeah. She has a relaxer on it, but that's the length of it, and it's just in such a lovely condition, so perfect
Whoa.
and shiny. I had to post it and and just make a comment
Beautiful.
about it. But yeah,
Yeah. It's absolutely gorgeous hair. The shine on it.
yeah,
It's like a wig. It's
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. So that's hers.
Yeah, it is
This client,
beautiful.
this client here,
Looks like an American hair.
she actually she did her hair herself actually, but she had some spots, some orange spots in it, and she wanted it to be that color. So what I did was I gave her what is called a bleach bath, where I mix bleach up with a low peroxide level and put some shampoo and a little bit of water in, and I massaged it onto the areas to lift it, and then I toned it with a toner to achieve that color.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. It's a beautiful color.
Yeah.
It's beautiful color. It almost looks like it's gray hair that's super nice gray.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's just got a lovely look to it, and the cut and everything just really brings it out. Yeah. Have we got any more, Mr. Producer?
There should be another one. We didn't get to finish. You see the client that I showed the double picture? Remember the one I said that I did a texture management system on her hair? This one here? That one is the same client. That's the same client.
Yes.
So you can see her journey, how her hair is. This was her first.
Okay. So with curves.
Yeah, when I first put the highlights in, that's the length of her hair. She got a lot of layers, and now you can see that it's practically all one length. Her hair now, and she loves it. Yeah, so that's her now.
Yes.
And she comes, as I said, she comes in very regular.
It just sits nicely on the top of her shoulders. It looks beautiful.
Yeah. This was a client just wanted some tracks in.
Upkeeps her hair.
Yeah, she does. She does. This picture here is a client who just wanted a few tracks put in, so I relaxed her hair and put some tracks in her hair. And she actually come back recently. I should have sent you that one, but she's gone all just one color now. But yeah, that's what I did for her. Just put some tracks in. I didn't comb it out because she was actually going to a party.
You
Before
say
anybody
relaxed. This is a black lady there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I didn't comb out her. Yeah.
You would never be able to tell.
Yeah. I relaxed. I didn't comb out her curls because she was actually going out that day, so I didn't want to disturb it and the curls fall out. So I just left it like that, so that when she's ready, she can fluff it and zhuzh it herself. Yeah. Now this is the client that I was saying to you about.
Wow,
she came in for
that's lovely.
Say that again. Say that again, Si.
I said this is lovely. I thought beautiful color. I said I think that red hair is the most beautiful color. It's so different, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, she came in. Ems came in to have her hair done, and she just wanted a few tracks put in. So I put the tracks in her hair. Now, that's what I'm saying. Fast forward now. There's a picture that you showed earlier, and it's got highlights in. That's the same person, but she's gone dark. She dyed her hair black. She didn't want to, but she thought it was too flat. Yeah, this picture here. She dyed her hair and she didn't want it to be so flat. So we put a few highlights through underneath, and this is the result. So yeah. So yeah, those are the same clients. That's the same client.
Wow, it's amazing what a woman can do with her. It doesn't have to just be, put back in a ponytail and nothing ever done with it. Or just put a wrap to wear wraps. It's entirely up to you. This is showing you that you can get away with all kinds of color. Even black ladies, black men can get away with all kinds of color, and their hair can still be in tip-top condition. Because you can tell the condition by the shine on the hair. This is beautiful. So is that all the photos that we've gone through now?
I think that's the ones that I've sent you.
Well, thanks for narrating those photos.
Yeah, those are the ones that I've sent you.
Oh, Mr. Bits, you can take that one off screen. Thank you. Right, so Angela, what would you say is your signature? Oh, look, I've got something here.
So much for question. Can you explain what the track is, please? Okay. So I'm assuming you get that side. You've frozen again. So I'm going to explain what a track is. The client who I said with the red head, she just wanted, and the one with the blonde. Say it again. I'm just going to explain what.
I'm listening.
Okay. Tracks are just hair that you sew in. You don't do a full weave. You just put some tracks into heads. Could just be to give them volume, just to add color, like I did with the client with the blonde, or you just want added length. So they don't want a full weave. You just put a few tracks in. That's what we call tracks. Okay.
Okay. What does a track look like?
It's just a weft of hair. So what you do, depending on where you're going to place it, you'll just section out the hair, cane roll the section that you're going to attach the weave to, and just sew it on. Then you go further up the hair and then do another one, and then you sew it on, and that's the way you do it. It all depends on how many tracks I want and where you want to place it to achieve fullness and whatever. So it's just what we call tracks. So it's not a full head weave, it's just tracks.
Okay, so I was trying to ask. I do apologize to everybody, all the viewers and the listeners. My internet is playing up both on my phone and my broadband. But hey, I don't know whether you were able to hear me asking what is your signature hairstyle? What is the hairstyle that you do the best? You would say that people ask for because you do so well.
You know what? I don't really have a signature hairstyle. I tend to just put curls in and whatever. What I try to do is, for instance, okay, I have to give you this example. I had a client come in, and she's got a toddler. So obviously, after you've had a baby, your hair starts to thin, and your hair starts to, it looks thin. So she wanted her hair to look fuller. So all I did was I cut the back of her hair and just put some layers in. And then when I finished it, I curled her hair, and I gave her some advice because she does a home color. So I said, one of the things you should do to make your hair look fuller, darken the color. So don't use a light color, use it darker, because it'll give you an appearance of fuller hair. So when I finished curling it and everything, I showed her, and she was amazed, because she was like, oh my gosh. And I said to her, I haven't done much. All I've done is leveled out your hair, just taking a little bit off the layers, and I just curled it, and she was so happy. Now, this same client came back in a couple of weeks ago, and I asked her, what do you want to do? She says she wants to go shorter. I didn't curl her hair this time. Cut her down into a asymmetric bob, and I just asymmetric waist. It's shorter at the back and long at the front. It was slightly longer because again she's got that. That's insane. I should have got Catherine's picture.
Yeah.
And so and all I did was gave her a fringe and just flicked it slightly, so it came down like that and just flicked on her fringe. So it all depends on what I see. So I did that for her. And then as she left the building, she texted me and said, I've just left the shop and somebody said, your hair looks lovely. So she was like, oh my gosh. And it still looked like she had a full head of hair. And she took my advice. She darkened her color and it just looked so full. And she was pleased and happy with it. So I don't really have a signature. It's all to do with what because sometimes a client will come in and I go, nah, no curls today, just straight, slick, and just do that, and that's it. And that's how I do my clients. I look at them and I think, yeah, they don't need any curls or stuff, just straight, slick, and that's it. That's enough. No, sorry, you frozen again.
Okay. Wow. Right. Okay. Let me see. So, what are you doing now? As regarding hairdressing, and what is your plans for the next 5 years where your hairdressing is concerned?
Okay, when you say what am I doing as hairdresser, I've got a space in a beauty a place that does like beauty. I say invasive, but it's not invasive, but high-end beauty and treatments. And that's where I am at the moment. I'm doing I got a rental space in there on in Wild Green in Birmingham. And for the next couple of years, my plan hopefully is to expand, to do courses and see where the brand can take me.
To do courses, so would these courses be accredited? So you're wanting to teach people who want to learn how to be a hairdresser or hairstylist.
At the moment,
would these courses be accredited to any university or college?
No, not really. I can get courses accredited. Oh, sorry, it's not a flattering. I can get courses accredited, but at the moment, I'm focusing on salon owners, really, and educators who are already teaching hairdressing. Is like a CPD kind of course. So it's continual professional development. So that's what I'm looking at mainly. Yeah. Oh, you've been on my.
So really, it's like upskilling them, really.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. What's the best producer? Oh my goodness.
It's been on my Instagram page. Because I never sent you that one. He's on my Instagram page.
The producer, would you put that back up, please? I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yeah.
It's only because you keep disappearing, Si.
I think you can hear me. All right.
Si, you're disappearing. You're out of sync.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, can you hear me?
No, I
so
can't.
This is just. You can hear me now, Si.
Carry on, Angela.
Say it again.
Just carry on and explain.
Okay, so this is just hair care tips. Even though the picture is generic as well, it can be used for all hair types. So it's saying wash hair regularly. A lot of people some people wash their hair once a week or once every or twice a week and things like that. But to me personally, I'd say know your hair, know what your hair can do. So if it's better when you wash it twice a week, then wash it twice a week as long as it's regular. Use chemical-free shampoo. When that is means sulfate-free shampoo. It's found that sulfate dries out your hair. It strips your hair too much, and so that's why it's recommended to use sulfate-free shampoo or conditioner and condition correctly. People with thin hair, if I'm trying to remember now, you take me back to school. If you put it on, you should only use your ends, do the ends of your hair if you've got conditioner, if you've got thin hair. Me personally, I recommend to clients with thin hair, if they're European, I recommend that they use like a spray conditioner that you can leave in. Because it's a spray, it will dry, it won't leave like a greasy residue on your hair, so it won't make your hair look limp, which can happen sometimes when you condition your hair. This is dry hair naturally. It is best, and even if you go into a salon, you dry at least 80% of your hair before you use the dryer on your hair. So they try to get as much moisture out as you can, so that you're not over using too much heat to dry your hair. Use an oil to massage your scalp. Yeah, like I said before, if you can use an oil, massage your scalp, it helps stimulate hair growth. It helps to produce your own natural oils that help keep your hair shiny. And it says use a wide tooth comb. Yes, gone are the days when we used to use the only comb we could find in the house that was small teeth and comb out our hair. A wide tooth comb, because it doesn't drag and tug on the hair, and it helps to detangle your hair better. Style hair naturally. Again, that's just if you leave it natural and how it is. Or some people. What's up? What's the matter? You okay, Si? Hello? I'll continue. Okay. So style hair naturally, yeah. So like back in one, however you wear it. Trim regularly. A lot of people think that if you trim your hair, that your hair won't grow. So they
I
don't
was
go.
laughing about when you talked about
The wide tooth comb.
hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. You're delaying, Si. Okay, let me carry on then until she catches up. Okay, trim hair regularly, as I was saying. A lot of people feel that if you trim your hair's not going to grow, so they prefer to grow their hair like that. But the problem is, if you don't trim your hair and you have split ends, the split ends will carry on up the shaft of your hair, and the only remedy for that is to cut your hair. So no amount of trying to trim a little bit is going to help save the hair.
Just finish off, and then we're going to finish up.
Okay. The main one as well, drink water. Yes, you need moisture for your hair. Best way to get it is to drink water, and also eat healthily. It all starts from within. If you don't have a healthy diet, it's going to reflect, as you know, in your body. It's going to show. So you do need to. The main ones would be to say drink water and eat healthily. Okay. So. Hello. So comedy errors. Hi, Si.
Okay. All right then.
You're frozen, you know. Si. You're frozen. I can't hear you. You're lagging, Si.
Public territory.
Hello.
Black and white.
Angela, thank you for being on. It's been brilliant. It's been really interesting. I don't know what's happened to Si, but there we go.
Thank you for having me.
Say good night. Like, it's been really good and entertaining. Right. Give everybody a wave. Say goodbye.
Bye. Bye.